Hi, in this video we'll cover how Apache log can be analyzed in Sparkflows. Let's look into the workflow Apache log analysis in the IT operation application. And the main end result of this workflow is to compute the average content size of each method and compute and plot the frequency of each response code. And the input data is a flat file and it's separated by line. We are using a text file reader to read the input data. Let's look into the configuration of node. It's taking two parameters, one is path and output column name. We browsed HDFS and passed the corresponding path, and we gave the output column name as lines. Look into the data, sample data. Sample data look like this, and Apache log has 9 variables. First one is a host name, client ID and user ID, date, the method, endpoint, and the protocol and response code and the content size. This is how data look like. Then we use the multi-regex extractor to extract the fields from the input data, I mean raw data. Then we use the cast to data type to convert the string to numeric types, content size and response code. Then we use group by field to calculate the average content size for each method type. Then we use the graph by method to plot the results. Same way here we use the group by node to find the frequency of each response code, and we use the bar chart as well as pie chart to show the results. Let's dig into details of each node. Multi-regex extractor get the input from the text file reader, and here we are passing the regular expression to get the corresponding variable values. Here if you see, we pass the pattern and we also pass the group, that means the index from which position we have to extract the variable data. These are the different position we passed for the expression node to extract the data. The output of multi-regex extractor node look like this. If you see here, we extracted IP address, client ID and user ID, empty, date time, method, endpoint, protocol and response code and content size. The response code and content size is a string type. In the next node, we try to convert this to integer and the long. Here if you see cast to data types, here we are converting the content size and the response code to integer and long values. We use the true to replace the same column. If we use the false, it will create the new value, new variable. Okay. Then we are using group by node to calculate the average content size at each method level. The group by columns we selected as a method, and the average column is content size and the aggregate operator is average. Output of that group by in interactive mode look like this. Sample data has only one method, so we are seeing only the get in the result, and the average content size is this is a value. And we use the graph by node to plot the graph using the line chart, and we selected the x column as method, y as average content size. Same way we use the group by node to calculate the frequency, the count of response code in the data, and we used bar chart to plot the graph of response code against the values. Let's execute this workflow and see the results. In this execution mode, the workflow is running on complete dataset. It might take few minutes that depend on the data size. Here user can set up the variable to increase the performance of the workflow depend on the cluster availability. Okay, in the execution mode, the results will be displayed in the execution page so that user can completely view and compare the each execution of workflow. Okay, here if you see the pie chart of response code, here there are like a 4 different type of response code. The percentage of each response code is shown here. The 200 is 90.5, 300 is 0.4, 401 is 123. The same way other results are displayed here. User can go to execution list page to view the results of the workflow as well. Thanks for watching this.